Hi, friends. It's time for another retell. Today we're going to read Howard B. Wigglebottom Learns to Listen. Listen to the beginning, the middle, and the end. And when we're finished, you can tell your grown up your retell. Awesome. Howard B. Wigglebottom Learns to Listen. Howard B. Wigglebottom, that's him, learns to listen. Meet Howard B. Wigglebottom. Howard is always in trouble at school. Well, because Howard just doesn't listen. During story time, instead of quietly listening, Howard bounces around the room. Howard B. Wigglebottom, please sit down, be quiet, and listen. But Howard doesn't listen. Howard B. Wigglebottom, you are bouncing too close to the fan. But Howard doesn't listen. Hey, Howard, watch your step. Oh, his friends are telling him, watch out, don't step there. At lunchtime, his friends try to warn him. But Howard doesn't listen. Blah, 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 blah. That's all he hears. After lunch, Howard's friend tries to tell him something important. But Howard doesn't listen. Uh-oh. Keep your eye on the ball, Howard. On the playground, Howard's teammates try to help him. Boink. But Howard doesn't listen. In the art room, the teacher reminds the class, kids, try to keep the paint on your paper. But Howard doesn't listen, so the teacher asks him to take a time out. He feels sad. Howard does not like being alone and in trouble. He thinks and thinks about his day. I got caught in the fan. I fell in the cafeteria. I hurt my friend with a yo-yo. I got bonked in the eye. I got paint all over my friend. Howard makes up his mind. From that moment on, he will try very hard to be the best listener he can be. The next day, Howard does listen during story time. There he is. He waits his turn to talk and then asks a question about the story. Howard gets a #1 listener star because Howard is really listening. While walking home, Howard uses both his eyes and ears to help him stay safe. Howard is really listening. Please hang up your backpack and clean up your room now. When Howard gets home, he listens to his mother. Okay, Mom. Howard is really listening. So Howard gets extra time to play and have fun because kids who listen and follow directions have more time for more fun. Oh, awesome ears, Howard, says the squirrel. Time to brush your oh, time for a bedtime story. Please brush your teeth first, Howard. Howard B. Wigglebottom is really listening. Yay, Howard. Way to go. Almost all the time. It says almost all the time. Why isn't he listening right now? That's right, because he's asleep. Today's lesson, how to be a better listener. Sit quietly. Use both your eyes and your ears to help you listen. Please don't interrupt. Wait your turn to talk. You try your very best to understand the person talking or speaking. Ask questions if you don't understand. Remember rules and directions. Pay attention. That means to be alert and really know what is happening around you. Way to go, friends. Today you're going to retell this story to your grown up. Remember to include what happened in the beginning of the story, what happened in the middle of the story, and what happens at the end of the story. I think in this story, we have a character who changes a little bit. He starts off one way in the beginning and changes at the end. Have fun retelling. Howard B. Wigglebottom learns to listen.